Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm starting a series today that I think I might entitle What's in Your Budget, but I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see what the title of this video is. Essentially, I just want to show everybody what type of properties you can afford within your salary in and around London. These are still subject to credit checks and affordability checks, and depending on the lender you go with, it might be slightly more or slightly less, but I'm using the Halifax mortgage calculator just because I find it the easiest to use and navigate. So we're starting off with the average salary in London. Let's begin. According to Google, the average salary in London is 37k. So I went on the Halifax mortgage calculator to see how much we would be able to borrow. Have I already got a Halifax mortgage? No. I'm thinking about buying my first home. How much could I borrow? There's one person applying. We're going to say we have a salary of £37,000. You can add your bonuses if you get any, and the term will be 25 years. So they're saying we can borrow £175,750. So if you divide that number by 90 and then times it by 100, you can find out the actual property value that you can start doing your Rightmove search with. So assuming that you have a 10% deposit of 19.5k, you can look for properties of this value, 195,278. Now let's look at if there were two applicants instead of one, both earning the average salary of £37,000. So we're putting in two applicants, £37,000 for applicant 1 and £37,000 for applicant 2. So as you can see, the bank will lend you £351,500, and then we do the same calculation as before, and the market value of the property we can look for is 390,555 with a 10% deposit. Although your options will be very limited, let's see what we can find in London for just under 200k. Our first location is Southeast London, Thamesmead. If you work in Canary Wharf, the journey will take about 50 minutes, whereas if you work in the city, to get to Bank Station, it takes about 35 minutes. If we consider leisure, the O2 Arena is approximately 20 minutes drive away. They recently added clothing stores there in addition to the cinema and other F&B offerings that they have. There's loads of restaurants there, and City Airport is approximately 30 minutes away. Now let's look at the property. I found this flat on the market for 200k. You could probably negotiate it down because it is slightly over the budget. But let's look at the pictures. That's quite a large reception room. You can see the kitchen there as well. It's a large bedroom. The bathroom kind of needs updating. But it's fairly modern outside. I think it's relatively newly built. It's a nice kitchen. So it's one bedroom, one reception, one bathroom, modern, and has private parking. It's not too far from Gulling's Reach. Floor plans are like my favourite thing ever. Now, how do you know if it's worth how much they're asking for? You can look at the sold prices, the recently sold prices, and as you can see, there was a property within this same building that sold in February for slightly more than what they're asking for now. So it seems as though you could be getting a really good deal. We're going to quickly look at the property that recently sold, just so we can compare it to what we just seen and make sure it's on par. If the property is of a higher spec, then that may be why it sold for more than the one we're looking at, but this one looks around about the same. It has the same layout, so I think the price is good. Next location, let's go to Essex and see what's available in our budget. South Ockendon, Essex. So if you work in Canary Wharf, you can get to work within 30 minutes. If you work in the city, Fenchurch Street is approximately 35 minutes away. In terms of leisure, into Lakeside is 10 minutes away, and Blue Water Shopping Centre is 20 minutes away. So here's the property I found. It's a 1-bedroom flat with a guide price of 190k. There's a large brand new open plan kitchen and living space, large double bedroom, really nice bathroom. It's close to the station, I think less than a 10-minute walk. It's available on Help to Buy, has the 10-year new homes warranty, but unfortunately there's no recently sold prices as this is a brand new property. They emphasise a few times that it's less than 35 minutes away from Fenchurch Street Station by CTC. Next location, let's go to Kent and see what's within budget. So Dartford, Kent. If you work in Canary Wharf, it takes 50 minutes to 1 hour to get in, whereas if you work near London Bridge, it takes approximately 40 minutes. Leisure, Blue Water Shopping Centre is about 20 minutes away, and it's about 15 minutes drive to the new proposed London resort, which is going to be the next Disneyland apparently, which is due to finish in 2024. So this one actually says offers in excess of 200k, but it might be negotiable. It's got an interesting colour scheme, quite dark. It's got quite a large kitchen and 2 large double bedrooms. It's actually split over 2 levels and it has residential parking. So this property actually gives details of ground rent as well as service charge. It has all the dimensions of all the rooms, so that's good. It's kind of far from the station though, so that's a negative. And the most recently sold price that's available is 2015, so it's not directly comparable. Can't really use this information. Now let's move to joint ownership and see what's available with our higher budget. Firstly, let's go to London. We've changed locations and this time we're in Walthamstow. So whether you work in Canary Wharf or the city, it's about a 30-minute commute. In terms of leisure, Westfield Stratford City is about 35 minutes away, and Walthamstow Saturday Market is quite popular. It's apparently Europe's longest market. So this is the property I found. It offers in excess of 350, so it's under our budget, which was 390. It's a mid-terrace property with simple white modern decor. So it's one of those properties where they have split a house into flats. It's a 2-bedroom first floor flat. It has no onward chain, meaning that the seller isn't in the middle of a purchase, so you can move in. It's half a mile from Walthamstow Central and it's close to the overground as well, which is probably like a less than a 10-minute walk, I would say. Both the bedrooms are doubles, and then they're just explaining why Walthamstow is a nice area to live in. Then they also provide the dimensions of each room. Floor plan time! With this property, you go straight up the stairs as soon as you enter the front door, and the second room is a loft bedroom. You can see the recently sold prices. So nothing has sold in the last couple of years, so it's hard to compare. With the current market, there could be room for negotiation. Next location, let's go to Essex. So we're back in South Ockendon, and this is the property I found for 350k. So it's a detached house, quite large, with a garden, spacious living room, 3 bedrooms. So we can see that a house on this road sold for 320k in October of last year. It doesn't have any pictures, so we can't really compare it exactly. It's also a detached house though, so it should be pretty similar, but we can't make a direct comparison, unfortunately. The average price in this area is lower though, so you could make a lower offer. Now let's go to Kent. So we're back in Dartford, and this is the property I found. It's on the market for 345k. So this is a 3-bed terrace house, spacious, large kitchen, Nice sized rooms. The garden is long but narrow. This is a real juicy floor plan, quite detailed. I like this. So the last property that sold on this road was in July of 2019 and it sold for 283k, but that was a 2-bed, as you can see. So the one below it is more comparable. It sold for 345 and that's a 3-bed. So you can see that it's kind of on par with what they're asking for, so that's good. And that brings us to an end. So I hope you enjoyed that and found it interesting as well as informative. Please subscribe for more of these types of videos and also give it a thumbs up so I know that you actually enjoyed this. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.